in the club, they getting wild for me. And all the pretty chicks all wanna smile at me. These rap cats, man, they all got the.
All right. You ready?
Ready. So excited.
Oh, man, it's so exciting. This is Season 3, Episode 1, Episode 26 overall of the Wink Weekly. The Winkenbach Fantasy Union is back. It is officially September. We have football games Thursday night of this week, and they mean something, so it's good to be back. Victor, what do you got to say to the crowd?
I'm glad y'all are having me back. I know I'm everyone's favorite person when it comes to fantasy and trash talk. And I just love that I can, once again, chase after my dreams, becoming the Wickenbach champion. I say it every year, but this is the year.
Having a little bit of technical difficulties here trying to get Victor full screen on my screen. It's not working too terribly great for me right now.
It's kind of like how your season started already.
Oh, thank you very much. That's so funny. I love that joke.
Some difficulties. At least it's not a first rounder, though.
Is there? Yeah. Melvin Gordon's the elephant in the room, in case everybody's wondering. All right. We got to figure it out. We're back at you. Victor, again, go ahead. Tell the people what you would like to say for episode 3.1, opening thoughts for the season.
Season 3, it's going to be a special one. And it's because the franchise is back to basically claim what is rightfully his, and that's the Wickenbach Championship trophy. I feel like I've been so close in this year. If not, then my wife's going to kick my ass. So this has got to be the year.
That's true. That's very true. I'm glad we're all on the same page about that. So, well, we got a lot to get to here. Obviously, we had a great draft. Victor broke it down as best he could. He is great at doing that no matter what Mike Green says, librarian or not. It's true. Victor does a great job. We don't appreciate Vic enough. So, Vic, what do you got for Game of the Week this week?
Game of the Week, I was thinking me and Mark, and I'm just not just saying it because it's me, but I think me and Mark's pretty close. If not, then I want to go with It's Hurt So Good and Mike to go as Game of the Week, because I really like that matchup. And it's two strong players, and they're going to be going at it. So I like how that one's going to play out.
You know, for me, my Game of the Week, I think maybe it's for the build-up that we've had going on so far, but I like you and Mark Woods. I like what we got going on there. Mark put an ass whipping on me week 1, and, you know, I guess we're going to see if he's going to put an ass whipping on you. That'll be to be determined, but we'll give you a say-so here and that in a second. But with that being said, we'll let you break down my game. First off, you can talk a little draft while we're going here, but I got the Hood Rats this week. It's me against Mr. Billy Luna. Obviously, I won't pick this game. Eventually, at the end of the year, whenever my team starts to suck, I'll start picking my game because it'll give me more picks that I get correct when I pick the other team. But not right now. Not right now. It's too early right now. So, Vic, tell me what you see against me and the Hood Rats.
Well, first, I'm going to start off with your team. It's the elephant in the room. You have Melvin Gordon in there. I don't know if it's a prayer that you have for him, but the Chargers already deemed him as not going to be playing week 1. So the person that I have you probably going up there is Jordan Howard. Just with that, when I say community backfield, Philadelphia really does community backfield. They narrowed down the roster in there, but I think Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders going to share reps. At the end, I think Miles Sanders will be the guy to own at the end of that. But I have Billy pulling this one out, and that's because Leonard Fournette. Everyone's forgotten who Leonard Fournette is. He's now got it's not Blake Bortles or anything like that, but he's got a better quarterback in Nick Foles. And Kansas City didn't do anything really to fix their defense, except add one defensive player, which they got from Seattle. So I think Leonard Fournette is going to be the highest scored, check out the quarterbacks out of these two matchups, and I have him winning the game. Sorry, Mike. Unless Melvin Gordon shows up anytime soon or something drastic changes with your lineup.
No, I understand. I get you. I'm with you. It's gonna be rough. I'm still got my fingers crossed for Melvin Gordon here in my side of the world. Leonard Fournette, I just don't think people are high on Leonard Fournette just because he's never. I mean, I don't know that he's a bad running back, but when he came out of LSU, he was like star of the world, lighting it on fire, and he's just really never done that in the NFL. So it's nothing against Leonard Fournette. I don't think personally. I just think people had expectations here, and he delivered here, and that's still really good, but it's not here. So that's just the way that I think I've always personally seen Leonard Fournette. So
well, I just like Leonard Fournette for this week, and TJ Yeldon's gone, so he doesn't have nobody going to pressure him for reps or anything like that. And they're still on the thing about running the ball. And Amari Cooper, he's got a little foot issue, and Tyler Boyd going against Seattle. But I like the Hood Rats pulling this upset.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. Victor starts off the year 0-1, so that's exciting. Second game of the week, we've got Nick's Kicks against the Switzer Sweets. I got Chris Powell here, and I'll run with that. It's going to take a lot for Nick. Obviously, that second running back position. Michael Thomas is the number one pick, makes it real hard going forward to see a path forward that's very viable for Nick. And then, it's not, honestly, a lot of times it's not so much about Nick's team in this matchup as it is about Chris. He just consistently has, top to bottom. He might not ever have breakout star, but he's never going to have bottom of the barrel guy. He's always going to have guys that put out. To me, this game, I don't know that he's going to run away with it. But I think he's going to win it pretty easily. The only thing that's kind of a variable there is Tony Pollard. If he does not end up actually starting and Zeke comes back, Tony Pollard comes out of that lineup, changes that a little bit, probably gives you a little bit more pause, but I still think Chris has got enough to get it done. So I got Chris taking down Nick's Kicks this week in Game 2.
Yeah, I'm not going much on a limb on this one. I'm agree with you, and I have Chris winning this one. The thing about Michael Thomas, it's okay if you took him first overall. If you believe in that player so much, get your guy and keep rolling. I think he messed up. Well, I don't want to say messed up, but if I was him and if he was going to go take Michael Thomas number 1 overall, I just would have ran with the 0 RB strategy. He's got Brandon Cooks, so instead of Derrick Henry, he could have had the picks of Adam Thielen. I'm sorry, not Adam Thielen, but Antonio Brown would have been a nice pickup there. Amari Cooper, Stephon Diggs, and he could have pretty much went with that 0 RB, as his running backs that he selected are kind of more the waiting in the shadows of the first running backs go down, like Jalen Samuels, Darwin Thompson, Mike Davis. So he's kind of relying on that second tier of running backs and on their own team to get the job done. I do know Nick is in talks with people for trades because that is circling around. It's crazy how I know that, but it is.
Right.
The thing is, he's
crazy, super crazy how you know that.
But the thing is, he's starting 3 Tennessee players. I know he got tore up on that podcast that we had, and they were saying for him to do anything, Tennessee is going to have to be a top 5 offense in the league. Mike Thomas is going to have to be number 1 wide receiver. I don't doubt Nick. He's won a championship before. Darwin Thompson with Sean McCoy coming kind of pushes him down. Derrick Henry, the only reason he got so many points last year is because those 40-point games he had back-to-back last year. So I have Chris winning this one. And I like that he took Aaron Jones out and replaced him with Pollard. I don't think Zeke's going to play this week. So I do like that little switch out. If I was Nick, I would probably take out Corey Davis and put in Jameson Crowder. It's not going to mean anything, but I just like that matchup better. And Chris, he's got the perfect lineup right now.
I kind of like DJ Metcalf in Seattle.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting with Baldwin being gone. It'll be interesting to see what Metcalf does. I think going forward, Lockett's never impressed me past just like running straight down the field and throwing it as far as you can and seeing if he can outrun everybody else. But I'll be interested to see what DJ Metcalf does. So that may be a healthy surprise for Nick moving forward. Third game of the week, Jaron Brewer against Team Belichick mate. Again, another one I guess that's waiting to see about the Zeke saga. The player, to me, one of the players, everything hinges on whether or not Zeke comes back in this game. If Zeke comes back, Jaron's got a puncher's chance at winning this game. And I really like Dede Westbrook. I've taken him in a handful of leagues. I'm a fan of Dede Westbrook. I think he's a good player. And I'm not a huge fan of Nick Foles, but I think he's capable of getting the ball out there. And I think Jaron took Dede Westbrook at a good spot, and I really like that pick. And really, outside of that, I mean, if Zeke plays, Jared Goff's obviously a great quarterback. Sony Michel's proven that he is worthy of running back one status in fantasy football. Jaron's got a chance if Zeke comes back. I don't know if he's coming back. I don't know. I really don't. I'm gonna have to roll with Belichick mate here with Hodges, but man, it's so hard. If Zeke's there, I want to go Jaron. If he's not there, I think it's a slam dunk runaway that Belichick mate wins it. But I'm going to roll with Belichick mate, put my ass on the record saying that. So we'll see. But I think Hodges gets it done this week.
Yeah, I think Belichick mate gets it done. And I want to say it's with or without Zeke. Zeke's not playing week 1. Reason why is because Tyreek Hill and DeAndre Hopkins.
Why do you say Zeke's not playing in week 1?
Nah, Zeke's not playing.
Why do you say that?
Because they don't need him. Why would they need him against the 27th ranked defense, New York Giants?
I'm not saying they do need him. I'm saying that if he shows up on Thursday, he's the starter. If he shows up on Friday morning, he probably starts on Sunday for Dallas.
Oh yeah, when he had some legal issues, he showed up. I think it was in New York for an entire week, and he came back on Saturday and played on Sunday. So I mean, he's very used to it. Running back's the easiest position to get improved with, but I don't think they just rush him out there. But some people saying the deal could get done tomorrow by noon, and that's just going off like people from the ticket and 105.3 The Fan that's putting that out there. But I don't see him playing. But I think even if he does play, Belichick maybe gets it with Tyreek Hill, even though he's got a tough matchup. But I like Belichick mate this week.
All right. Next game we're going to roll out. It hurts so good against the defending champion, the GOAT. I still really want to call him Gas No Breaks, but it's cool. It's cool. We got a name change. I'm going to support the name change. But the defending champ, Mike Green, is taking on Joe Tigert. It hurts so good. Vic, run with it. Tell me what you think.
Starting here as Mike Green winning this one. I think it's a really close matchup, like I said earlier in the show. I just like the James Conner and Dalvin Cook in Atlanta for this week. He's got those two-headed monsters. If I was Mike, though, and this is just me throwing it out there to force flex DJ Moore, I'd probably switch him out with Michael Gallup. The reason why is because New York Giants. There is or there isn't no Zeke right now. And with the Cooper kind of like hurting right now with his ankle, I like Michael Gallup just getting in there and getting a long touchdown. I think he had like 80 yards and a touchdown at one point during the preseason. So I like that matchup. Hurts so good, isn't so far behind. But I think Dallas bottles up Barkley. Over the past 7 years, Dallas defense has gotten better and better and better. And during the preseason, they were ranked like third in efficiency for the entire defense. So I don't expect much from Barkley this year. It's the 102 pick, who should have went 101 in my opinion. But I think the GOAT gets it.
I got Mike. I'll take Mike. If Gallup rolls out there and Dak Prescott throws a touchdown to Michael Gallup, he's pretty much running away with it.
Yeah.
But I don't think Tigers team's bad. I mean, I think Tigers team's a hell of a lot better than it was last year. That's not saying just a whole lot, but I do think it's better this year. I think you drafted a good squad. I think he's got a chance here to pull an upset against the defending champ. But to me, it comes down to the bottom end of that lineup. I think his tight end position's better. I think that ultimately tight end flex potentially defense with the Rams playing against Carolina. I think that probably is enough to put Mike over the top. But I think it's a good matchup. I think we've got a good game there between those two. It'll be competitive. But I'm gonna roll with Mike too. I think he's got enough to get it done. But might be fun to watch. Maybe Tiger pulls the upset this week against the 2018 champion of the league. So moving on to the next. Moving on. I know. Yeah, whatever. Moving on, second to last game of the week, Ainsley pick of the litter versus D-Town Boogie. The newest member, the rookie, Jason Sprayberry. What do we got here? I got him getting his first win. I think it again will be a good close game. I really like Baker this year. I think Kenyon Drake's probably primed to do the only thing that Miami is going to humanly have is Kenyon Drake. So I think Kenyon Drake's got opportunity there to be a top 10 running back overall this year. He may not be close, but I think it's there. I think there's a lot of opportunity for Kenyon Drake there. And then George Kittle. I think George Kittle potentially will be the number one tight end in fantasy football this year. It's hard for me to think that Travis Kelce's going to keep doing what he's doing, so I like Kittle. I like Garoppolo in San Francisco as well. So I'm rolling out there this week with D-Town Boogie with Jason Sprayberry getting a dub.
So when we first started, I was with you with Jason, and then I was looking more at it. I'm actually going to go with Ainsley Springer. I like everything that he's got going from the running backs, even the flex. Julio Jones, he hasn't had a good track record versus Minnesota. Crazy as it sounds. This is one of those situations where you don't start your studs. I would actually substitute Julio Jones because since 2014, he's had less than 60 yards and no touchdowns against the Vikings. So I would actually take him out and put in Curtis Samuel or Mohamed Sanu even, get that little slot play going. But I like him because Tevin Coleman and Hunter Henry, I think that they're going to each score a touchdown. To get the win over.
You got balls. You got balls pulling your Julio Jones, your best wide receiver on your team out, and thinking you're going to win.
This is one of those things where you do the analytics versus start your studs, and you'll probably see it in line. I pulled my stud and I put in someone who I think has a better opportunity, because that's all this is. Who has a better opportunity to get in the end zone? And I think that going against. Just taking Julio out, I would even put Sammy Watkins up there and change different flex like Curtis Samuel or Mecole Hardman. Someone that can kind of put you over the edge. But I agree with you, Julio Jones. But they're just going to double team him. He's not going to do anything. So I'd probably substitute him out with Sanu.
God, that'd be so awesome if he pulled Julio out, because that would give me a W this week in that pick. That would be awesome. Pull him out. I don't give a shit. Pull him out. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
Well, the thing is, y'all are in the same division, so.
Yeah, pull him out. Take his ass out. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to game of the week. We've read about it for a couple weeks now. You guys know what happened to me. I got my ass kicked by 50 points. I mean, it was a lot. I don't remember how much it was. It was a lot. I try to forget about it. I think about it sometimes when I go to bed at night. It's no big deal. I moved on. I'm fine. Mark Woods against the franchise this week, game of the week. So Victor wants to try to make the case as to how he's going to win this game, and I'm here to hear him out. So let's see what he has to say.
All right. As you know, Melvin Gordon, he's not going to play this week, so that's why you can see I took out my first pick. I didn't have no first round pick, but my first pick in this year's draft had Joe Mixon sitting on the bench. I just don't like Cincinnati going to Seattle in the home opener. It's going to be loud and crazy, and I don't expect Cincinnati to really run much. So I put in, like I said, this is one of those times when you don't start your studs. And I like Austin Eckler against Indianapolis. Josh Gordon, N'Keal Harry, he went on IR this week. They've had some other guys fall to the bottom of the depth chart for Josh Gordon to show up. So I think that 7th round pick that I got in Josh Gordon is going to give me my return value pretty much on that. and Chris Carson against Cincinnati. The only issue I see is Patrick Mahomes, and you look going against the Jacksonville defense. But I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes. It's just a whole nother animal. And then Lamar Jackson, I thought about putting him in, but that's one of those times when you gotta have some balls pulled Patrick. So I don't think Mark gets it because Tom Brady, he does whatever is going to win the game, and that's either running the ball 40 times or throwing the ball 40 times. And I think this is one of the situations when Pittsburgh, they got a lot of firepower, so they're going to try to slow it down, and they're going to run the ball probably around 30 times. Marlon Mack, they're going to try and force Brissett to throw, so I don't like Marlon Mack. He's not really their pass catcher either. She picked up Nyheim Hines. So I think I get this win over Mark, just like the CPMC broadcasted, just like ESPN is telling me, just like the Fantasy Pros are saying. The numbers are there for me to win. Now it's just them going out there and getting it. And this is a $50 game right here that me and have down. So
Jesus.
I like my chances.
Y'all have lost your minds putting $50 on this fucking fantasy football league. We are not. It is way too unpredictable. I think if Mark. So let me say this: if Mark played Garoppolo over Brady, I like Mark's chances better than I like Brady's chances. Personally, that's just me. If you play Mixon over Montgomery, it's Joe Mixon. Play him. What do you? It's the first game of the year.
Is what Matt Nagy wanted Jordan Howard to be. He's a third down back. He can do it all. Trust me, you're going to see him in the end zone this Thursday on the 100 years anniversary of the NFL. David Montgomery, David Montgomery's my guy this year. Anyone's giving me advice, I told him, take David Montgomery. He's going to be a monster. He's going to be an RB1 at the end of the season.
So you are not going to play Mixon over Montgomery this week?
David Montgomery's going to be in the lineup regardless until he has a bye. Montgomery.
I'll take Mark.
You can take Mark. Mark Warren's also library time. Get out your notebooks, kids. My week one highest score ever is 143.68 points. Mark's is 137, so he's not the only one that can score in week one. Week one is probably where you see all your points coming anyways because nobody knows, like you said, what the hell is going to happen. So I'm very excited. So his best versus my best, I always come out on top. I don't think he's ever beat me in the regular season. And every time that we've been in division, I've took home the crown.
Don't be wrong about that, because as soon as this video goes out, if he has beat you in the regular season, he is going to crucify your ass. Do not be wrong about that.
I'll keep barking. But I like Mark. I like Mark the way he comes at me. He keeps it live. And that's something I want to kind of do with everyone this week or through the year. I just want to do something small, put it online.
I'm not betting you $50 when we play a fantasy football game against each other.
I like it. Me and Mike Green's going to put jerseys up against each other or something like that.
I like it. Well, Victor, closing notes. What do you got?
Week one, $50. I want to go ahead and say I'm going to probably get me a Pollard jersey with that.
You got straight bankrupt behind you. Don't forget about that.
Oh, yeah, I just got the straight bankrupt because that $100, $50 for the division, $50 for week one win, and then I play him again in week 5. So maybe you can get a shot to get that back. But
there you go. I just heard him say he's going double or nothing in week 5, so we'll see how it goes. Well, that's it. Episode 26. Did we say 26? I think it's 26. 26 in, 3.1. Thank you guys for watching. It'll be a bit of a fun week. Feel free to comment, share this with your friends. We're excited to be back and excited to be playing fantasy football with you guys. So thank you for being here. It wouldn't be possible without you. So we will see you guys back at it next week. Bye.
Oh, yeah, bye.
Welcome back.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that. I know you like that. How long you been back, man? I see the girls girls in the club, they're getting wild for me. And all the pretty chicks all wanna smile at me. These rap cats, man, they all got this style for me. And if I ever see them, man, they probably bow to me. And when this beat drop, I know they gon' lean. World debut, I know they gon' fiend. Everything Mississippi to the Palm Springs. Girls from brunettes down to blonde queens. These young boys don't know what a Don mean. I'm just a bad boy gone clean. I'm the diamond chain choker, always remain sober. Don't drink liquor and all the game's over. Need a plane? I explained it to my broker. 3 box